I'm Patrick Lancaster, and Russia has attacked Poland. A member of NATO, and Article 5 has been invoked, and World War III is on the horizon. Well, not really, but that's what many pro-Ukrainian influencers and Western mainstream media sources would like you to think. There's been a lot of irresponsible reporting over the last 24 hours, and I wasn't going to touch this because it blew up so much yesterday, covered by so many sources. I was just going to let it go. But I talked to my mother back in the States last night. She says, Russia attacked Poland. What's happening? Well, that's not what happened at all. She said, well, that's what the media says here. Well, I'm here to set the story straight and to show you, to the best of my abilities, what really happened on the ground. I'm a long ways away from Poland, but I'm here to show you a perspective that the mainstream media and pro-Ukrainian influencers do not want you to see. So let's get into it. All right, now let's get into what actually happened and what is being accused officially of happening, not just hearsay. Poland has said that 19 Russian drones violated their airspace. NATO scrambled jets, including Dutch F-35s, and Polish air defenses also shot these drones supposedly out of the sky.
Last night, numerous drones from Russia violated Polish airspace. Our air defenses were activated and successfully ensured the defense of NATO territory, as they are designed to do. Several allies were involved alongside Poland. This included Polish F-16s, Dutch F-35s, Italian AWACS, NATO multi-role tanker transport and German Patriots. I commend the pilots and all who contributed to this quick and skillful response. The North Atlantic Council met this morning and discussed the situation in light of Poland's request for consultations under Article 4 of the Washington Treaty. Allies expressed solidarity with Poland and denounced Russia's reckless behavior. A full assessment of the incident is ongoing.
Now, as a result of this, it is said and reported that between 7 and 10 drones, or the debris of, was recovered by Polish authorities in up to 16 debris fields. We can see some of the reported images here. Now, this did close several airports in Poland, and Poland invoked the Article 4 of NATO, which says a national security threat. But there was no Article 5 invoked, which means that NATO is not considering this an attack on Poland or NATO. Now, it appears Russia has not confirmed that whether or not these drones were Russian drones, but they have said there was no intention on targeting Poland whatsoever. Now, in fact, these drones were Gerbera drones, which are basically unmanned reconnaissance or decoy drones, and that they came across the border yesterday during this major attack on Ukrainian forces, where there were several of these type of drones supposedly used, and there are accusations that possibly these drones went off course because of electronic warfare or something else that just made them basically continue on their own route and ended up in Poland. Now, this is speculation, but this is how many drones work. We've seen this in my reports in the past. When a drone is engaged by an electronic warfare and the signal's lost, they continue flying. It's not like they just, the electronic signal hits the drone and they get knocked out of the sky. No, they continue on their path. So is that what happened here? Possibly. Or is this a false flag and these were not actually Russian drones at all? Hopefully in the future we'll get more information as it comes. If this wasn't an attack, why are there so many headlines and social media posts and so on saying that this was an attack on Poland and NATO by Russia? Well, headlines sell fear, and fear brings support for Ukraine in many accounts. This is what Ukraine wants. This is what Zelensky wants, the West to completely turn against Russia even more, so he can get more money, more money, more money. This is the facts. So it's in Ukraine's best interest for the world population to think that Russia has attacked NATO, even though Poland says Russia did not attack NATO, and NATO did not say Russia attacked Poland or NATO. This is just fear-mongering, and it's the real facts here. Influencers and social media and media saying that Russia attacked Poland. But the facts are the facts. I bring you the facts, regardless, what other, hearsay there is. I show you exactly what the facts are. Okay, yes, Poland said 19 drones entered their territory, and they said they were Russian drones. Yes, Poland says between 7 and 10, well, reportedly between 7 and 10 drones were knocked down in one way or the other, and debris or the full drone was found. They put out video and footage of this. Is this an off-course drone from Russia? Who knows? Well, somebody does. Or is it a false flag? Fact is, drones were unmanned. If anything, these drones are used for reconnaissance and decoys, and they're probably, if they were Russian, part of the major attack on Ukrainian forces the night before, and just as Belarus suggested, they went off course because of the jamming. NATO consulting was issued by Article 4. No attack was accused by, would be stating, invoking Article 5. It didn't happen. No attack was accused. So no escalation between Russia and NATO has happened. Those are the facts. No escalation between Russia and NATO has happened. But that's not what the Ukrainian influencers want you to think, and some media outlets want you to think. But I show you what the facts are. No attack on Poland. Unmanned drones went into Poland. Possibly Russian, possibly not. These are the facts. This is what these influencers and some media doesn't want you to understand. They want you to think. Even if some of these major mainstream media doesn't exactly say attack like others do, they imply it. My mother is in her 70s, and she understood from the media that she watched that Russia attacked Poland, and we were headed to World War III. That's because of irresponsible reporting. And I'm here to show you a little bit about, what they're not reporting right. Maybe you don't like my report. Move on. Comment below what you think about my report. Am I doing wrong? Am I doing right? We got a lot more frontline reports coming, but I wanted to make sure you saw this information from me, because obviously you need it. Someone needs it. So I'm going to continue on to try to show what's really happening, about what's happening on the front line, but also topics that I think you're being misled about. With all this world uncertainty going on right now, and these attempts, as we've seen, to stop freedom of speech, it's political assassinations, so much more, and all these negotiations. Will the war end? Will it not? What's really happening? We seem to get lost a bit, but something I want to talk to you kind of away from the reports. Every man should be looking after their family in the long run, and that's something I try to do. And I'm going to always bring you an opportunity a chance for you to do it as well. If I see something that you might be able to help your family with, or not. I'm not a financial advisor. Take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. But the price of gold is skyrocketing at an all-time high, and silver is higher than as high as it's been since I think 2011. So there's some things we need to look into. And that's why I want to talk to you about a junior gold exploration company, Western Star Resources, that is a publicly traded company, and it's almost like the best of two worlds. It's not directly investing into cold hard gold that the price is at an all-time high, but investing into the stocks of this publicly traded company that seems set for a real breakout as their junior in this bull market. And with all the talks of peace, will the war be over? Will it not be over? What's going to happen? These are what makes world instability a trigger for investments like gold exploration companies to increase. But who knows what's going to happen in the near future. And the fact is, during these times, gold has traditionally been a long-term store of value, and the exploration companies benefit from this. And right now, they are a Canadian-based company. But it makes sense, and there's rumors that they might be moving business into the U.S. and opening up there. Now, this would, of course, trigger a rise in price, but that's just opinion-based and rumor-based, not based on facts at all. But it's a possibility. Of course, do your own research. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't real investing in the stock market, and you should know what you're doing. I bring you things that I think you might benefit from, your family might benefit from, whether it's learning information on the front line that they're not going to see in other areas in the Western mainstream media, or learning about this investing opportunity. I mean, big thanks to Western Star Resources for sponsoring this video. Of course, it's a sponsored video, but I don't just go do a one-off. If you watch my other reports, you know I don't do just a one-off advertisement shill, whatever's thrown my way. I look deep into the company. Every chance I get, I'll interview the CEO of the company, which I'm working on it now for Western Star Resources. I think that's coming. Looking forward to it. But, I show you things aren't in the media, aren't in the Western mainstream media. And this isn't yet. But by the time this company is in the media, it's probably going to be too late to make a big gain. So, buy low, sell high is how the stock market works, So it is what it is. And I'm going to keep on it. Hopefully we'll get that interview with the CEO. If I hear anything about the business moves, I'll continue to let you know. I'm not just, again, going to shill something and, go off to the next video game like most YouTubers do. I'm here for you. And, of course, this has been a horrible report here to do. But, I'm not going to let somebody control my freedom of speech. And no one should. Think for yourself, speak for yourself. Don't let fear and terrorism affect what you do in your life. Keep going. Push, fight. And we're going to continue on. Stick with me for my reports. This is a little bit of a one-off report here. It's, when I saw the different possibilities of what really happened to Charlie, I thought I should put my 2 cents in and you wouldn't get this somewhere else. I mean, it's, because it was clear yesterday, the shooter's in custody. Then he wasn't. So, you comment below what you think. It's really out there. And of course, some of you might say, why'd you put a sponsored video in? I told you, I'm not going to let somebody control what I do. Hold down my freedom of speech. And you shouldn't either. So let's continue on. Please like, share, subscribe. And also go over and subscribe to my Substack. The link's in the description. We got a lot to do. A lot of reports coming on the front line. I risk my life every day for you. So let's continue on.